Foreign Entertainers Unit Taxes Explained. What every talent manager needs to know. If you're booking international artists into the UK or you manage talent performing overseas, there's one thing that can seriously impact your payment, and that's Foreign Entertainers Unit taxes. And if you don't understand how they work, your artist could lose thousands in unnecessary holding taxes or worse, face compliance issues. In this video, I'm going to explain what the Foreign Entertainers Unit is, why it exists, how withholding tax works, and what talent managers can do to help their artists keep more of what they earn, which is what it's all about, really. Let's get into it. What is the Foreign Entertainers Unit? The Foreign Entertainers Unit, often called the FEU, is part of the HM Revenue Customs in the UK. Its job is to make sure overseas entertainers and sports people pay UK tax on income they earn from performances in the UK. This includes musicians, DJs, actors, comedians, dancers, influencers performing paid appearances, athletics. Basically, if someone who isn't UK tax residents earns money from performing in the UK, the FEU may be involved. Why does this matter for talent managers? Well, here's why managers need to pay attention. Imagine your artist is booked for a festival in London. The promoter agrees to pay 50k. Sounds great, doesn't it? Except the promoter may be legally required to withhold part of that payment and send it directly to HMRC. So instead of receiving 50k, your artist might only receive around 40k or even less, depending on the circumstances. If nobody planned for that tax deduction, it can create major cash flow issues. How does withholding tax work? The UK generally requires tax to be withheld from payments made to overseas entertainers. The promoter, venue, or payer is responsible for deducting the tax before paying the artist. The withheld amount is then sent to HMRC on the artist's behalf. Think about it as paying tax up front. It's not necessarily the artist's final tax bill. It may simply be an advanced payment. Depending on allowable expenses and tax treaties, the artist may later reclaim some of that money or owe additional tax. What can be deducted? One of the biggest misconceptions is that tax applies to the entire payment. In many cases, legitimate performance-related expenses can reduce the taxable amount. Examples include travel, hotels, crew costs, equipment rental, production expenses, tour buses, technical staff, basically anything that's wholly and necessarily incurred on behalf of the business, really. This is why good record keeping is essential. The more organized your documentation is, the more accurately your position can be calculated. Double tax treaties. How do these affect the position? Well, here's some good news. Many countries have tax treaties with the UK. These agreements are designed to stop artists from being taxed twice on the same income. For example, for an artist may pay UK tax on the performance income but receive a tax credit back home. The exact outcome depends on the artist's country of residence, the applicable tax treaty, their overall tax circumstances. This is another reason why working with an accountant experienced in entertainment tax is so valuable. What talent managers should do. As a talent manager, your role isn't to become a tax expert, but you should know enough to ask the right questions before confirming a booking. Ask whether withholding tax applies, find out whether the contract is gross or net, make sure everyone understands who is responsible for the tax filings, and keep detailed records of all tour expenses. Probably involve an accountant early, not after the tour is finished. Good planning can save your artist a significant amount of money. Common mistakes. Here are some mistakes that happen quite often, actually. Ignoring withholding tax until payment day, assuming the promoter handles everything, not keeping receipts, signing contracts without checking the tax wording, forgetting about international tax treaties. Each of these mistakes can become expensive. Okay, is that it? No. Foreign Entertainers Unit taxes sounds intimidating, but once you understand the basics, there's simply another part of managing international performances. The best managers don't just negotiate great fees, they also protect their artists. Understanding withholding tax, planning ahead, and working with the right professionals can make a huge difference. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. And if there are any other entertainment industry topics you'd like me to cover, whether it's touring contracts, royalties, or artist management, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.